So, good evening and welcome. My name is Stefkan too. And I would just, first off, I really want to acknowledge the fact that you are on and joining us tonight. If you are here, it tells me that you are here because you're seeking, you're searching for an opportunity to learn, grow, and live God's plan for your life. Perhaps you have some health gaps to fill, perhaps you have some financial gaps to fill, or perhaps you have this nudging in your heart that says, a nudging in your heart from within that says, hey, Deborah, or hey, Monica, I made you for something that's so much more. So a virtual fist bump to you, high five, whether you are with us live or you are catching the recording. We definitely want to respect the few minutes that we have with you. So we will definitely try our very best to fill it with inspiration and concrete takeaways for you. If it's okay with you, I'm just going to start off sharing a little bit about why I am here and have decided to, I've chosen to invest this time with you tonight. You see, and I always like to be very genuine and sincere when sharing this opportunity. And when this opportunity first crossed my path, I wasn't even interested in it really at all. I wasn't interested because I didn't know what it was. I simply said yes, however, because it meant that I had the opportunity to help out someone that was very important to me at the time. My then boyfriend had recently became a coach, and his first goal was to become Emerald, whatever that was. I just knew that his first goal was to sign up 2 coaches, and I wanted to help. So really, instead of dissecting the whole thing, like, mad critic, what is it? What am I getting myself into? I really just trusted my intuition and said yes. And through time, it just really started to become such an integral and organic part of my life. I strongly believe that God answers our prayers in ways that we would have never imagined. You're like, God, I didn't really picture it that way. He's like, well, this is the answer. This is what I have for you. And so coaching for me just truly became just that, an answered prayer. And I started this business with over $100,000 in debt. Yes, I just said $100,000 in debt. We were broke, unhealthy, and yet full of dreams. 6 years later, we are married, healthier than we have ever been, and full-time bleed blue beach body coaches. Sorry, that's kind of a tongue twister. I retired from the job force when I was 26, and I have the honor, privilege, and I genuinely feel it is a duty to share this life-changing business opportunity with people like you. I lay my head down at night knowing that I'm a part of something meaningful and wake up just excited for what God has lined up for me each day, like today. Today, I woke up stoked to be able to host this call alongside Shell, who is a very special friend and team member. Shell and I met online. So y'all, online relationships work. I was hosting a 10-week challenge, right? And I shared about it. I invited a few people online through a Facebook post, and my inbox went ding. And it was Shell Morales from San Antonio, Texas and I actually looked up the message, what she had first said, and it is, I quote, "I'm interested in your 10-week program." And throughout those 10 weeks, we had an opportunity to really get to know each other and connect. And I know that it was something outside of her comfort zone to say yes and really dive in and take those selfies and post, day one pictures. And just a really beautiful thing happened. And I distinctly remember, just talking to Ray about Shell. She's like, her first, I know it was kind of awkward for her in her first pictures, but we're like 4 weeks in, and I see her smile just becoming brighter and brighter, and she's becoming more confident, and she's posting. She's been diligent. Like, this girl was posting her after pictures every single day. She held herself accountable, and she was all in. And when we made that transition for her to become a coach, she was very clear that she did not want to coach. She's like, I'm here, I'm going to do it, Okay, do it for the discount. And I said, okay, and through time, she has really evolved and developed into a stellar coach within our team and leader. And so it is an honor to be able to hand the mic over to her and for her to inspire you with her story.
Thanks, Steph. So I too want to just welcome everyone on the call. Thank you so much for taking time out of your evening to come and spend it with us and just learn a little bit more about our stories and what we're doing. What we do is really just helping people. And I feel like for most of my life, that's really what my goal has been. And so I have some information that I'm just going to share with you, and it's going to be really casual conversation. So if you have any questions, please feel free to post those in the chat, and we'll try to get to those. If we don't answer them within the call, then we'll post in the comments afterwards, in the event afterwards, so that way you guys can get the answers to your questions, or you can private message Steph or myself any of your questions. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my little presentation here, if you'll give me just a second. Okay. All right, can you see my screen? Are you able to see my screen? Okay, awesome. So building your dreams and following God's plan. Some of you may know, some of you may not. I am a second generation Mexican American. Four of my grandparents were from Mexico. Three of my four grandparents were from Mexico. I'm the oldest of 5 kids and the first in my family to go to college. I got a bachelor's degree at Our Lady of the Lake University and a master's degree at Webster University. For as long as I can remember, I have been overweight. My mom was a majorette in high school, so she was always really slim and thin. I know my mom loved me, but every day one of the things she would say to me was, suck it in. So I was constantly aware that I wasn't thin enough. When I look back at pictures now, though, I know that I was not overweight, but I was unhealthy, and that was a big difference. A lot of times we think, well, you know, there's something wrong with me. I just can't lose the weight. You know, there's something wrong with me to that effect. But really it had to do with my health issues and the way that I was living my life. I ate a lot of junk food. I always ate, Mexican families, we eat beans and rice and, those kind of things that you can have in moderation, but you can't have them all the time. And when you don't have a lot of money, those are the cheap foods. So that's what you go for. That's what you buy. So that's what we would eat a lot of. I had no idea how to get healthy or even that I was unhealthy. So it caused me to have low self-esteem for a lot of my life. When I was much younger, I actually had an uncle who used to call me Petunia. And that it's really telling my age there, because I don't even think they show those characters anymore in Looney Tunes, but Petunia was Porky Pig's girlfriend back in those days. And so, it gave me the impression that I was a little pig, and, and so I carried that with me as well. I didn't realize until years later just how much that affected me. And my mom had no idea that that was going on. And eventually talked to my uncle, who was my dad's brother, and he felt really badly because he had no idea how much it had impacted me and how I saw myself. And then he apologized for it. So I was able to kind of let that go and recognize that that was not about me, that was not connected to me. It's been years of hard work in reversing my beliefs about who I thought I was. And my love for God and my belief about my purpose on this earth really helped me to get to the point that I'm at now. And that's believing that I'm here to serve my brothers and sisters here in this world. And so I want to be a servant to the people that are around me and the people that are sent to me. So I was introduced to Beachbody randomly on Facebook, like Steph said. I had heard about Insanity and P90X on TV. You see it on the infomercials. I knew about that, but it wasn't until I actually saw another friend's post response to one of Steph's posts that my journey with FitLatinas began, that my journey with Beachbody began. When I saw the name of Steph's group, it was like God saying to me, this is it. This is where you need to be, because I had always wanted to be a part of a Latina community, a community of people that were like me, that had my same background, culture, history, for the most part, that we shared those common beliefs. In college, I wasn't part of, a sorority or anything like that. And so I didn't know what that was like. And I really feel like this filled that void for me. So once I, found out about it, I started following her page. I stalked her a little bit on FitLatinas before I saw her post. I was like, this is really awesome. And so, I loved what I was seeing. And then that's when she posted about, wanting to, find people to join the program, to do 10 weeks of a program with her. And she was going to help with the menus, and she was going to do all the work, really, is what I kind of heard. That's what I heard. And so I was like, that's awesome, because I have no idea what I'm doing. And so, I reached out to her, I sent her a message, and I said, hey, like she said, I'm interested in doing the 10 weeks. But I wasn't sure that I was going to qualify, because she was looking for a specific age group. And I was like, I'm way outside of that age group, so she may not be able to help me. But I figured, well, if she couldn't help me, then maybe she could help me find a place where I could get the help that I needed with my health. And so, basically I had been praying and praying to God for an answer, because I had, been told I had all of these different health issues, and I just didn't know where to begin. So she responded, and that was the beginning of, the rest of my journey as a coach for Beachbody. Basically, she was an answer to my prayers. I believe that she was sent to me by God to help me get to this place of strength and confidence and better health. And so I started out as a challenger, and I very soon became a discount coach, because I said, yeah, this is working for me. Nothing else is working. This is working for me. So how do I get a discount? Because that, everybody wants a discount. Come on, we all want that discount if we can get it. And so that's what I said. I said, yeah, I'll do it. Can I get it? Yes, you can get a discount. So because I was really only interested in meeting those goals of improving my health. And so my doctor had told me I had high blood pressure. I was walking the line for diabetes. I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic. So I was on that line. And my grandmother on my mom's side had diabetes. And I saw the way it deteriorated her health. And it scared me. It really scared me. And then I had also been diagnosed with PCOS. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. And basically, the only way to get rid of that condition is through healthy eating and exercise. And I was like, that's insane. How is it possible that that's all it takes to get rid of this condition? But that's what my doctors told me. So I said, okay, I just needed my health to improve. And so, I took the opportunity to get the help that was being offered to me. I was at the time I had a full-time job, and that was doing what I had gone to school to do. I, by profession, I'm a licensed professional counselor. I'm educated. I know things, but it just nothing was really sitting right for me. I wasn't happy in my job. And part of that I take responsibility for, because I was not putting the effort into my job that I know now that I should have, because I think I could have been happier there had I made more of an effort. But again, I really believe that God, there's a reason that I didn't do that then, and that now with everything that I have, I am putting into being a coach, because I know that it can change lives, because it changed mine. And so, I really, as I worked with Steph, I realized that, I was already coaching, even though I told her I'm not coaching. I just want the discount, because, what you do as a coach is you talk to people about the changes that are happening in your life. You tell them, hey, this is what I'm doing, because they're going to ask you, you know, hey, I noticed that you're losing weight. Hey, you're looking really good. Wow, what are you doing? And, you know, and you talk to them about it because you want them to know, you want them to get the same help that you got. And so, you know, I was already being a coach, and I thought, well, you know, if I'm already doing that, then why not get a little extra, you know, for myself? I was still working full time. Um, and so, you know, I talked to them about my journey. I talked to them about my success. And the more I did it, the more I realized that it was really, truly in line with what I had been educated to do. And that was to help people. That was to tell them and share with them, you know, what I was doing and how I was doing it and how they could do it too. Because that's what I do. I help people as a counselor. So in October of 2015, I quit my full-time job and started to be a full-time coach, which was really scary for me because, you know, one of the things that you learn, or that I learned, I know growing up, was that when you have a job, you don't quit that job unless you have another job lined up. And I don't know if anybody else has been taught that, but that's always what I was taught. And so it was really scary. And I did a lot of praying, and I did a lot of soul searching to make sure, because even though it was helping people, it wasn't really being a counselor. And then I thought, no, but it is. And every time I thought about it, I realized, yes, this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm counseling people in their health. I'm counseling them in their life and what's happening in their lives, and putting it all together and saying, this is where you are in your life. Where is that coming from? How does that, you know, how does that impact you? And what is the benefit of you getting healthy? So, you know, along the way, there have been a lot of inspirational and motivational moments, conversations, insights, and failures. I'm not going to lie. I've had a hard time a lot of times. And, you know, the amazing thing was that I've always had an amazing support system in place, not just, you know, my family, who have been incredible, but also, you know, the people that I work with on my team with FitLatinas, and, you know, everybody that I've met through Beachbody has in some way given me some tidbit, even in our San Antonio network. So, you know, I haven't really had too many bad experiences, although there's out there in any situation, in any, you know, endeavor that you go into, there's gonna be moments that you feel like, oh, that felt a little bad. But, you know, but that's anywhere. And it's about how you use it to your advantage and how you turn that around for yourself. And that's really something that I've learned to work on for myself, because I wasn't always that way. So when I mention my failures, I have to say that I wasn't reaching my goals. I had these high goals, and I was like, yes, I'm a dreamer. I'm going to do this, and it's going to happen fast, and, you know, all of these things. And it didn't happen. And I was like deflated, defeated. I just felt like, you know, what is happening? This is not me. This is not who I am. And so I had an event where we call it Super Saturday, and it's where all the coaches get together every quarter and, you know, talk about their tricks of the trade, their secrets to, you know, building their business. And, you know, it was just every time we meet, it's something different, and you learn something different. But this particular event, someone asked the question that really opened up my vision and brought together everything for me that I had been learning up to this point for the last 2 years. And I was lying in bed at night, and I started, you know, the whole thing just started forming in my head. It was one of those, as Steph likes to call them, aha moments. And, you know, you've probably heard that before in other places. Those aha moments where it's like, what in the world have I been waiting for? Like, why have I waited so long to put this all together? I'm not I'm not dumb. I'm not, you know, I'm a smart person. What is happening? And why did it take me so long? But I woke up and I wrote it down. Like, I never do that. I never get up in the middle of the night after I'm already in bed and write something down. But this time I was like, I am not going to forget this. I need to write it down right now so that I can remember it. And, you know, and that was a moment of transition for me, to say, you know, this isn't a hobby for me. This is real life. There are so many people out there who are struggling and do need somebody to help guide them and counsel them and show them the way to do it, and have you hold their hand through it the way that my hand was held through my process. And so so I woke up, and the next day I, messaged Steph, and I was like, oh my God, I need to talk to you. I wrote this big old long message. I'm like, we need to make this happen. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to do this now, and I was determined, because, again, God puts these things, if they're in front of you, and, it's up to us to really take those steps and make those changes and take that, that leap of faith. People talk about that all the time, and it's true. You have to take that step out in faith, and and have those people behind you that are there to support you in taking that leap. Because even though you're taking it by yourself, like, those people are holding your hand. I don't care what they say. Like, you have to have those people that support behind you, to really be able to say, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And that's what this is for us. Sisters for Faith and Fitness came out of me bringing my sister on board, Monica, and she's a coach, and and we were like, yeah, we can do this together, let's do it. And that's where we are now. So if you see our new little logo, we're super excited about that, our Sisters for Faith and Fitness logo. And we just want to share, what God has provided for us. You'll see her before and after picture there on the left center square, of my diagram, and and mine is at the bottom, and then my best friend from high school, hers is at the top there in the center square. So we've had a lot of success, and the people that have helped us do it are, our friends and family, and with the help of God, just kind of constantly putting that message in front of us. So he's helped me in so many ways, just being able to remind myself that, as Steph always says, and I use her words a lot because, I love just that it's stuck in my mind, that we all have gifts and talents that we have, and we're here to give, to our community, to our brothers and sisters here in this world. It's not for us to hold to ourselves. It's for us to share, and for us to be generous in giving those gifts and talents. And so, so the next day after I had my aha moment, I posted my thoughts on Facebook, because I wanted people to be able I wanted to be able to find people who were like me. I wanted to find those people that were ready to take that step, to build that business, to change their lives, because this will change your life. I wanted people who were not only interested in improving their health, but I was looking for, to start a business, and who were committed to making it happen. And so, if you've ever asked God to just tell you what to do, you know where I'm coming from. I did the same thing. Okay, just tell me what to do. This is really, I don't know. I'm not sure. But I talked to my family, and when they agreed, without me having another job, with this going to be my full-time job, and they said, yes, do it, because, they could see my commitment and my passion for it. That was my God's yes. That was God saying yes to me, that this was what I needed to do. And so, that's when I talked to them about leaving my job, and I did it. And that's when I went all in as a coach. So that's my story. And as you can see, from my pictures, is just kind of what I was looking for. So now I'm just going to talk a little bit about what it means to be a Beachbody coach. Let's see. So what does it mean to be a Beachbody coach, you ask? Well, you'll see here, a Beachbody coach is someone who believes in helping people. We love Beachbody products. We are super excited every time something comes out, and I never thought I would be so excited about just a new product that I was going to spend my money on, because these things are amazing. The products are amazing. They work, they help, they've changed so many millions of lives. And, and we love Beachbody products. A Beachbody coach is already working or wants to start their own health fitness. You maybe are already working on your fitness, and you're like, I already know everything I need to know about my fitness. I'm good. Okay, well, that's cool, but what about helping others? There's a lot of people that could learn from you, and there's a lot of people that may not be able to learn from me, but they could learn from you. So we need you. A Beachbody coach believes that they are made for more. They want more. They dream big. They have a positive attitude. They want to get discounts on workouts, shakes, Shakeology, amazing. Hashtag Shakeology, guys. It's changed lives for real. Just Shakeology by itself. And Beachbody goods that they already like to buy. And you like the possibility of possibility. You know, it's a risky life. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. But that's the amazing thing about it, is that, you know, you never know what's gonna happen, but you know that you have opportunity. And there are people that are gonna be continuing to help you meet your goals and push you, to challenge you, to make you a better person. Being a coach is not someone who wants to get rich quick. Like I said, I wasn't meeting my goals. I was like, hey, how come I'm not making big money already? I've been doing this for 2 years. But it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not, you know, it's just not. A coach is not only a certified personal trainer or nutrition specialist, because we're all people who have just lived the experience. We have gone through the process and we've made those changes. And, you know, it's just like with anything else. When you learn how to do something and you can share that with people to help them, then do it. Someone who has, a coach is not someone who has been working out forever and is at their ultimate goal body. So, you know, I mean, you could be at your goal and you could be like, you know, hey, this is what worked for me, and you could share it. So that one's a little off, but, you know, at the same time, it's like, you don't want to be at a point just mentally and emotionally where you say, well, I'm where I'm at, so too bad for everybody else. You know, that's not what a coach is. A coach wants to help people. And anybody who dislikes getting 25% discounts, like I said, we all like a discount. So if you don't want discounts, you shouldn't be a coach. All right. Excuse me. So in order to be successful in this business, there are 3 vital behaviors that we have to exhibit. One is invite, invite, invite. And you can read that there. We just invite as many people as we can every day. Invite your family, invite your friends, invite your people from church, invite your people from school, invite the people where you work right now. Invite anybody you can think of. Go through your email list and start sending it to your contacts. You know, you just never know who is in need at that moment. And God will send people to you too. But they're not going to know unless you let them know, hey, I'm a coach and I can help if you're interested and you're ready to get this done. Number 2, be proof the products work. And that's just, you know, that's just living the process, going through and doing what we do, exercising, working the programs, being committed, putting those posts online on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you have social media, you know, YouTube, you know, putting those up there, using the Shakeology, doing the ultimate reset, which, by the way, guys, is an incredible and a game changer. Seriously. It's a game changer. So if you've been stuck for a long time or in a plateau, that's a great program to get started with. You know, so be proof the products work. Personal development. Read, listen every day to audiobooks, read books, use, you know, the back office. We have a back office. They provide everything for you at Beachbody. There is basically no overhead costs because they have everything that you need to start and run your business. And so, you know, continue to grow through your personal development. There's a lot of amazing books out there that as you become coaches, you will, you know, hear from other people, hey, this really helped me, or hey, this really, you know, struck something inside of me. And so personal development is, you know, is the 3rd key vital behavior to being a Beachbody coach. So there are lots of reasons people become coaches. I coach because I know that God provided this platform for me to serve his people by teaching them how to build a healthy temple in which his spirit can dwell. It also helps me and allows me to use my gift of listening. As a licensed professional counselor, I have a lot of experience helping people set and meet their goals. And so this coaching opportunity really just kind of fell in line with that. So this business opportunity is a chance for you to take a step in faith to start the foundation of your dreams. Building dreams takes desire, commitment, and hard work. It takes being able to see the bigger picture. How can coaching help you build your dreams? What do you have to offer? Only you can know the answer to that. but I encourage you to really think about it and, you know, take some time to meditate and pray about it and say, is this something that will allow me to share my gifts with the world? So if your next question is, what are my options? Here they are. These are your options. I think really 3 and 4 can be combined, but I liked this graphic. It's pretty. I liked it. It stood out to me. And so the only way to build a business is to go full-time, all in, guys, taking that big step. But there are other opportunities. You can be a part-time coach and you can be a discount coach. You know, get paid for just using the products, sharing the information, and earning a little extra money on the side. You know, it's just a way for people to share their gifts and also be able to earn a little extra income if that's what you want. But we're definitely looking for people that want to build a business. We want people that want to do this, you know, full time, and that are really committed to doing the work to build their life around helping people. So I just want to end by saying thank you, and send you God's blessings for your time, and to your family for taking this time away from them. But I hope that it has really started to kind of get some things moving in your mind about how you can help others and at the same time be helping yourself. If anything we talked about this evening is resonating within you, please reach out to us and let us help you get started on building your dreams and following God's plan for your life.